50 Cent is known for bringing gangster rap back into the mainstream and not being afraid to beef with anyone. He's always been one of the most savage dudes in the game, and today we're breaking down everyone he's aired out on record. Let's kick it off with the time 50 destroyed someone's entire career when they tried to beef with him. Back in 1999, 50 was still just trying to break into the industry, but another rapper from Queens had already made it. Ja Rule got started in 1994 and had a lot of buzz on his name in 99. Ja's from Queens just like 50, but when he went back to film a music video, the situation went left for him fast. According to 50, somebody that 50 knew ended up snatching Ja's chain at gunpoint, and when Ja saw 50 chilling with the dude in the club later, the beef was on. 50 took the first official shot with the track Life's on the Line. Ja and his Murder Inc. crew were known for yelling, "It's murder," and 50 clowned him for it when he rapped, "Scream murder, I don't believe you, murder, fuck around and leave you, murder, I don't believe you, murder, murder, your life's on the line." Then 50 and Ja got booked for the same show at a nightclub in Atlanta and a fight broke out. It's not clear exactly how it started or who came out on top, but what happened next proved that it wasn't just some rap beat. In March 2000, 50 was recording in New York when Ja and his crew rolled up on him. Another fight broke out, and that time Ja's artist, Black Child, ended up stabbing 50. He made it out of the situation okay, but the next time one of Ja's affiliates went after 50, it's a miracle he survived. Ja and Murder Inc. had ties to an infamous New York drug dealer named Kenneth Supreme McGriff. 50's beef with McGriff goes back to when he dropped the track Ghetto Quran and aired out McGriff and his nephew Prince's business on record. On the track, he rapped, "Yo, when you hear talk of the South Side, you hear talk of the team. See, niggas feared Prince and respected Preem. For all you slow motherfuckers, I'ma break it down illa. See, Preem was a businessman and Prince was the killer. Remember, he used to push the bulletproof BM." McGriff had some major issues with 50 name dropping him like that. He tried to get 50 blackballed in the industry, and when that didn't work, he allegedly sent a dude named Hamo to kill him. Hamo caught 50 outside of his grandma's house and shot him 9 times, but somehow 50 pulled through. After he recovered, 50 went right back to dissing Ja. His debut single after Eminem signed him was the track Wanksta, and he said Ja inspired lines like, "You say you a gangster, but you never pop nothing. We say you a wankster, and you need to stop frontin'. Go to the dealership, but you don't never cop nothing. You been hustling a long time and you ain't got nothing." Ja clapped back and claimed that 50 got a protection order against him. So 50 dropped one of the most savage disses of his career on the album Get Rich or Die Trying. On the track Back Down, 50 aired out Ja like crazy with lines like, "Yo mammy, yo pappy, that bitch you chasing, your little dirty ass kids, I'll fucking erase them. Your success is not enough, you wanna be hard, knowing if you get knocked, you get fucked in the yard. And maybe I'm so disrespectful, cause to me you're a mystery. I know niggas from your hood, you have no history. Never poke nothing, never pop nothing, nigga stop frontin'." Ja was already losing against 50, then he made the mistake by dragging Eminem into it. He dropped the track Loose Change and took a lot of shots at 50 and M. But his real mistake was rapping about M's daughter Haley and saying, "M, you claim your mother's a crackhead and Kim is a known slut, so what's Haley gonna be when she grows up?" M wasn't gonna let anyone talk about his daughter like that, so he clapped back with 50 Cent and Busta Rhymes on Hail Mary, and the three of them basically ended Ja's rap career right then. Ja was known for having a drug problem and popping pills all the time, so M aired him out for it and rapped, "Some say my brain is all corrupted, fucked up from this shit. I'm stuck, I'm addicted to these drugs, I'ma quit. Saying motherfuckers' names before somebody fucks me up. Ain't no pussies over here, partner, see you in hell, fucker." Ja always raps about the streets, but 50 claimed he was never really like that and said, "I got a head with no screws in it. Motherfuckers thinking they can stop 50, they losing it. Lil nigga named Ja think he live like me. Talking about he left the hospital, took 9 like me. You live in fantasies, nigga. I reject your deposit." Ashanti was a Murder Inc. back then too and ended up getting dragged into the beef. 50 allegedly clowned her on the track Back Down, and in 2018 he clowned her for getting the show canceled after she only sold 24 tickets. Anyone who was rocking with Ja was automatically 50's op, even if they didn't have anything to do with the beef. After 50 and M were done with him, Ja's career was never the same. He's not the only one who faced serious consequences over the beef though. His issues with 50 ended up costing one of his homies 20 mil and almost led to a fight live on MTV. Fat Joe and Ja Rule were always cool with each other, and in 2004 they linked up for the track New York. Joe didn't send any shots at 50, but Ja allegedly dissed him with the line, "Apprentice, you fired, you no longer desire. So take off them silly chains, put back on your wire." 50 saw it like Fat Joe was picking Ja's side, so he aired him out on the track Piggy Bank and rapped, "I'm in the hood, in the drop, Teflon vinyl top. Got 100 guns, 100 clips, while I don't hear no shots. That fat nigga thought Lean Back was in the club. My shit sold 11 mil, his shit was a dub. Fat Joe clapped back with my fofo and said, 50, you gon' end up dead when you fucking with crack. Talking about you gon' pop off, where the fuck you be at? I see MJ in the hood more than Curtis. Matter of fact, this beef shit is making niggas nervous. It's gonna be families grieving every Sunday service. Fat Joe's Terror Squad and 50's G-Unit crew were both ready for smoke, and it all almost popped off at the 2005 MTV VMAs. In his book, The Book of Jose, Fat Joe broke it all down. According to him, he was on stage to give Missy Elliott an award, and 50 got out of his seat and started walking around the venue. 50 walked into the crowd and started waving at Joe, then walked up on stage and stood just a few feet away from him. This all went down during a commercial break, so people watching at home had no idea what was going on. Joe thought 50 and him were about to throw hands right then and there, but when the show went back on air, 50 sat back down. Joe clowned G-Unit for allegedly requesting more police presence at the show.
I feel so safe tonight with all this police protection courtesy of G-Unit.
And when 50 took the stage later in the night, he aired Joe out and said,
Joe is man. Pussy boy. Fuck boy.
At the time, Fat Joe was working with Michael Jordan on his own line of Jordan sneakers. It would have been a crazy win for Joe, but after the VMAs, he said MJ called him up and said they couldn't do the shoot because the rap beef was causing too much controversy. Joe lost out on a 20 mil payday. 50 and Joe eventually squashed the beef a decade later after their mutual homie Chris Lighty passed away. And while Joe and 50 came close to throwing down on live TV, this next beef actually started on the radio where everybody could hear it. Back in 2007, 50 Cent was on Hot 97 with Angie Martinez and started clowning Koch Entertainment. He said that the label was a graveyard and that he could get their project shut down anytime he wanted to. And that's when the head of the label, Alan Grunblatt, called in to check 50 on the comments. Cameron was with Koch Entertainment at the time, and 50 told Alan to put him on the phone so they could talk.
Put Cam on the phone.
Diplomat Records, and we pay them.
Put Cameron on the phone.
And you know.
Put Cameron on the phone.
Hang on.
At first, they were being respectful to each other, but then Cameron started yelling, and 50 warned him not to turn the situation into something else.
Cam, what's up, baby?
50, what up, baby?
Everything good.
I just wanted to step in because I heard you could shut things down over here, and I just want to make sure what's going on. You know, they owe me some things over here. I just wanted to see what's going on. You can shut down Diplomat projects.
I'm not talking about diplomats. Cam, if you really want that?
Cameron kept getting louder and more pressed until Angie Martinez had to cut him off and end the call.
How much did the mouth sound, Curtis?
Let me tell you something. The difference between Dipset and the average artist that signs to
How much did fucking
Whoa, all right, we gotta shut him
How
off.
much the mob and how much Lloyd Banks sold?
Monse.
Doing the same numbers you
Monse, we gotta cut it, honey.
50 was trying to be nice during the phone call, but he took the gloves off when he dropped the track Funeral Music and rapped. Well, he knew that could happen fucking with the kid. This is graveyard music right here, you dig? This is not competition, this is murder. Career ended, mind bended. Southside, you finished. Now look, niggas laughing at Cam down on Lennox. They heard what he did, but they don't know why he did it. I have 80 of them boys with black flags come through with black mags and have you niggas zipped up in black bags. Cameron clapped back with a diss track called Curtis and said, I extended the clip, never be friends with you pricks. Shout out to a real Queens dude, you know Kenneth McGriff. He ran from police, you run with police. You went from Southside, you about to get your mouth wide. The beef cooled off after that, and in 2016 they officially squashed it. Even though they were cool, that didn't stop 50 from clowning Cam again after his Dipset crew had a versus battle with Jadakiss and the Lox. Most people thought the Lox easily won, and 50 posted an edited photo of Jadakiss wearing Cam's pink mink and wrote, the Lox smoked Cameron and Dipset last night. LOL, took his pink shit. What's really funny about the situation is that 50 used to beef with Jadakiss too. He was on Josh Track New York, which is what sparked 50's beef with Fat Joe, and on Piggy Bank, he took shots at Jada too and rapped, Jada don't fuck with me if you want to eat, cause I'll do your little ass like Jay did Mobb Deep. Yeah, homie, in New York, niggas like your vocals, but that's only New York, dog. Your ass is local. Jada hit back with the track Checkmate and said, I rap my ass off. I'm fighting the champ with the glass jaw at the Garden of Nassau. See me, couple hood niggas behind stars. I heard you put a couple good niggas behind bars. Preem, I might never sell that much, but you can bet your last 2 quarters I'll never tell that much. Checkmate actually hit the Billboard chart, but the beef didn't last long at all. Back in 2020, Jadakiss went on People's Party and said that 50 pulled through and they chopped it up for a few hours to squash everything. Jada said he came to their spot all alone with no backup, and after that day, it's been all good between them. Jadakiss and Fat Joe aren't the only New York legends that 50 sparked a beef with on Piggy Bank though. He also aired out Nas and his then wife Khalees with the line, "Khalees said a milkshake bring all the boys to the yard." Then Nas went and tattooed the bitch on his arm. I mean, like way out in Cali, niggas know you, cuz. First thing they say about you is you's a sucker for love. This is chess, not checkers. These are warning shots. After your next move, I'll give you what I got. The diss came out of nowhere and shocked a lot of fans cause 50 and Nas have been tight for years. Nas gave 50 his first real break in the industry when he invited him on his Nostradamus tour back in '99. But apparently, 50 was pressed over a track Nas did with Jennifer Lopez. According to Nas, 50 was supposed to be on a track with her, but it never worked out. Instead, she hit up Nas and he hopped in the booth with her. After 50 dissed him, Nas clapped back with "Don't Body Yourself" and rapped, "They say Jada defeated him, Joe too street for him. What's next? I guess it's for Nas to ether him. Y'all are waiting the MC burial. This is ethereal, FM stereo to XM radio. And so you a sucker for death if I'm a sucker for love. And y'all wanna know why I ain't gotta answer niggas? Cause I truly understand these niggas. Scared of me, so they talk about family members. Like I can't point out your grandma to niggas." They went back and forth for a while, but at the end of the day, 50 always had love for Nas. Last year, he told Ebro,
"You see what I'm saying? Like, he is the guy that is the lyrical, the one where we figuring out how to do it." I said, look, if Bangum Smurf, all these different dudes around there, they're not listening to what I've just told you. I said, I'm not accepting any internal conflict. And I'm like, that don't work. It don't work like that. We gotta have some, fight the people that are uncomfortable with the success we have. Don't fight each other.
One of 50's most famous beefs is with The Game. Dre and Jimmy Iovine want a Game to be in G Unit, but when he wouldn't back 50 up in his issues with other rappers, 50 kicked him out live on the radio and it led to a shootout in the streets.
So where does he stand as far as G Unit is concerned right now?
Across the street or around the corner. He's not in my camp.
Not at all?
No way.
Okay.
Not after being that disrespectful.
The Game started dissing 50 and the rest of G Unit, so 50 clowned him on the track Not Rich, Still Lying. He rapped like he was The Game and said, "I hope everybody on G Unit go to hell. With Eminem, Obi, Stack, Quo, and D12. So what I was on Change Your Heart. So what I was a stripper. So what I never banged. I'm from Compton, nigga." Game clapped back a few times and started a movement called GU Not, but his disses weren't as savage. On the track So Disrespectful, 50 aired him out again and rapped, "Come on, Game, you'll never be my equal. Your homies shoot doors, my niggas shoot people. See me, I'm what you never gon' be. I'm in that tax bracket you never gon' see." And on My Life, he took another shot with, "Man, their emotions changed, so I can never trust a bitch. I try to help niggas get on, they turn around and spit right in my face, so Game and Buck can both suck a dick. Now when you hear them, it may sound like it's some other shit, cause I'm not writing anymore, they not making hits." Young Buck was another dude who used to be in G Unit, but got aired out by 50. Buck joined G Unit while Tony Yayo was locked up on a weapons charge, and it seemed like a huge win for everybody back then. The first G Unit album sold over 4 million copies, and Buck's first solo album went platinum too. Everything was cool for a few years, but then rumors started flying that there was some beef behind the scenes, and 50 confirmed it when he kicked Buck out of G Unit live on the air.
You can take this as official notice right here, because we're on the hottest morning show in the world right now. Young Buck is no longer in the group G Unit, but signed to G Unit as a solo artist.
Then 50 pulled one of the most brutal moves of his career when he leaked a phone call where Buck was crying and asking 50 to forgive him.
Don't worry about it. You gotta be able to stay closer to me, Buck, so you don't fuck up. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I just gotta get... I'm good. I just got confused a little bit. That's it, bro.
Oh, we fix the shit.
That's when Buck dropped the track, Tape Conversation, and raps, "Bitch niggas do bitch things. Look at 50, what he do just to get fame. Record my phone call when I spoke from the heart. That was a year ago. This was a joke from the start. You a hoe, I know. The only people that record conversations is 5-0. Buck's career was finished after he got kicked out of G Unit, but that didn't stop 50 from dissing him even more. He even aired out Buck's drug problems on So Disrespectful and said, "That nigga Buck like Gator. Tell mama he didn't smoke the TV. I ain't know he fuck with more dope than BG. Plus a nigga sip more syrup than Pimp C. Man, keeping these motherfuckers rich ain't easy." 50 has thrown some wild shots over his career, but one of the most brutal was aimed at his old homie, Floyd Mayweather. Mayweather and 50 have been tight for years, and 50 would show up ringside to support his fights. They started working on business deals together too, and when Mayweather got locked up in 2012 on a domestic battery case, he even brought in 50 to run his boxing promotion. 50 signed a bunch of boxers to the team, and when Floyd came back home a few months later, he expected a cut of the profits they were bringing in. According to 50,
I'm looking at him going, so there ain't no pressure there, but I'm saying, when is he gonna say he wants to, to give me the other half of it? Why I gotta ask you for it?
Right.
And then when
Are we talking over $2 million?
It's about that.
Oh, okay.
At that point, it was, invested in. He acted like he didn't know anything. Like, I didn't tell y'all to do that. I didn't tell you to do that.
Oh, man.
the whole situation went left fast, and 50 tweeted that the money team wasn't together anymore. Around the same time, the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge was going viral, and 50 used it to send one of the most savage disses.
This is a special ASLELS challenge for you, Floyd. If you can read one full page of a Harry Potter book, nigga, I'll give $750,000 to whatever charitable organization you want to. Fuck the bucket of ice, man.
50 claimed that he was in touch with Jimmy Kimmel and Floyd could do it on his show.
I had a phone call from my man Jimmy Kimmel. Jimmy said if Floyd accepts the challenge, that he'll put it on the actual show, so you can read it on the show.
People online went crazy and clowned Mayweather over the situation for years. It sparked a beef between 50 and him that went on for a decade. But last year, they finally met in person and squashed it. A lot of 50's beef isn't really that serious, but one time it left one of his homies dead and almost got him killed too. Back when 50 and the Game were going hard with their beef, Game was being managed by a dude named Jimmy Henchman. A lot of rap fans wouldn't know him by name, but he's actually one of the most important dudes in the industry. He's allegedly the guy who set Tupac up to get robbed at Quad Studios back in the day, which is what led to Pac falling out with Biggie and going to war with the entire East Coast. One day, Tony Yayo and his homie Lodi Mack saw Henchman's son wearing a G-Unit shirt and pressed him over it. Yayo allegedly backhanded him, then Lodi pulled out a gun and pistol whipped him. According to rumors, Henchman sent a bunch of goons to take 50 out while he was shooting a music video, but one of their guns went off early and they drove off without doing anything to him. Tony Yayo's mom's house got shot up around the same time, but luckily nobody got hit. Lodi Mack went to prison over the situation, and just 2 weeks after he came home, someone caught him in the street and shot him to death. It turned out the Henchman was the one who paid for the hit, and he eventually got hit with a life sentence over Mack's death. A lot of people would never diss a dude like Henchman, who obviously has real shooters out there, but 50 didn't back down and aired him out on the track Hold On when he rapped. On the phone I heard Ye smack the shit out of Kid. Now Jimmy got life, go and smack him again. When it's war, it'll be war to the bitter end. If they ever say we lose, I start it again. That sneaky nigga spray that sent me at your mama crib with the silencer, we couldn't even hear that shit. The whole situation with Henchman was crazy, but it turns out that another dude 50 has beef with tried to step in and squash it. After 50 recovered from getting shot 9 times, he went on a crazy run of mixtapes and had his name buzzing. All kinds of labels were trying to sign him, and at one point he had a meeting with Diddy at Bad Boy Records. Diddy ended up passing on the deal because he thought there was too much drama around 50, but he still brought him in to write some verses. Everything was cool for a few years, but around 2005, 50 wanted to buy Mace out of his contract with Bad Boy. Mace had pretty much fallen off completely, and that's why 50 felt disrespected when Diddy told him the price for the contract was $2 million. 50 told Funkmaster Flex that it was about the principal, and he didn't even come back with a counteroffer. 50's been clowning Diddy ever since the deal went left.
Now, Fifth, when you continuously call Puff gay, does that affect your relationships in Hollywood?
I don't call him gay. I said,
Let me read it, Fifth.
Oh my God.
Sorry I can no longer help you guys. Soon you will all be gay and happy. You are all now left under leadership of Puffy Daddy. Report to the nearest rainbow.
Trolled him after Young Miami broke up with him, and on the track Hip Hop, he aired him out and raps. Who shot Biggie Smalls? We don't get them, they gon' kill us all. Man, Puffy know who hit that nigga. Man, that nigga saw. He scared them boys from the west side or break him off. Dump on his ass so he run to Harlem, shake him off. The beef between 50 and Diddy never got too serious though, and it turns out that Diddy actually tried to help him out in a big way. While he was going to war with Jimmy Henchman, Diddy set up a meeting between Henchman and 50's manager, Chris Lighty. According to a witness, the sit-down didn't go well though, and Diddy had to jump in between them to break up a fight. Henchman wanted one of his goons to shoot Lighty in the leg after it went down, but when they didn't catch him, Henchman put the green light on Lodi Mack instead. 50 is known for sparking beef with anyone, but he doesn't always send the first shot. The house that 50's baby mama was living in burned down when they were having some issues, and Rick Ross aired him out over it on the track Mafia Music and raps. Curtis Jackson baby mama, I ain't asking for a cent. Burn the house down, nigga. Gotta buy another. Don't forget the gas can, jealous stupid motherfucker. 50 clapped back on the song Officer Ricky and clown Ross for working as a CO in the past. Fat fuck playing Wii Fit Nintendo. Have another tattoo. Here's another tattoo. Run into my goon soon. Have new bullet wounds. Officer Ricky, radio for backup. See your ass anywhere, you know I'm gonna act up. Then 50 took the beef to another level when he leaked the sex tape of Ross's ex in 2015. It ended up costing him $7 million in the lawsuit, but 50 proved for another time that he's not the kind of dude you want to start something with. One reason 50 probably took it so far is because of how much drama he's had with his baby mama, Shaniqua. They had a wild falling out after their son Marquise was born, and on the track So Disrespectful, he aired her out with the line, "They say first comes love, then comes marriage. Instead, I got Shaniqua in a baby carriage. Then came the cash, then the baby mama drama. I gave that bitch $500,000, she blew it on Prada." It's not just Shaniqua that 50 has issues with though. Unfortunately, his relationship with his son Marquise went left a few years after he was born, and the situation has been going downhill ever since. Back in 2017, Marquise said that 50 wasn't around him like he should have been. Marquise even dissed him on his debut song and rapped, "Why you so serious? Keep my name out your mouth, I do the same. Hate you on a cookie? Man, I feel like I'm game. I lost my pops, he's still alive. Save it for a different song, a different time." Marquise took it even further by posing for a pic with Kenneth McGriff's son. McGriff is the dude who tried to get 50 killed. And after the pic came out, 50 commented on it and said, "If both these little niggas got hit by a bus, I wouldn't have a bad day." Then last year, Marquise went viral for saying that 50 giving him $6,700 a month in child support wasn't enough.
I had to rebuild my life over with $6,700 a month. $6,700 a month in the state of New York City. You do the math.
Oh, I done the math. I've been in child support, bro. I went to jail for it.
If I told you right now, right, you gotta start your life over right now with $6,700 a month and rebuild your life. You have nothing.
$6,700, yes, I can.
Everyone clowned him like crazy for complaining about getting free money, and 50 even filmed a whole skit to diss Marquise over the situation.
I had to rebuild my life over with $6,700 a month.
Marquise, I know you feel like that.
Fuck, this nigga's crazy. 25 years old. Why you still talking about child support?
And what made it even more savage was that 50 posted it on Marquise's birthday. Dissing your own son like that is brutal, but it's nothing compared to the deadly situation 50 was involved in with the next dude he dissed. Suge Knight used to be the scariest dude in the rap game. He took over the West Coast with his Death Row record label and used brutal violence to get whatever he wanted. There are all kinds of stories about him torturing people and putting out hits, and right now he's locked up for killing one of his own homies. Dr. Dre and Suge Knight started Death Row together, but during all the violence and drama in the 90s, Dre decided to split off and start his Aftermath record label. Suge ended up going to prison for assaulting Orlando Anderson with Tupac the night that Pac was killed. And when he came back home, 50 had signed with Dr. Dre and was becoming the hottest artist in the world. While 50 was shooting the video for In the Club, Suge rolled up with like 30 dudes to check him. Everyone started running around terrified that Suge had shown up, but 50 just walked straight up to him and said, "What's up?"
Shit, somebody said, "Suge Knight here." And 50 I was at the bar, Game was there, he was shooting In the Club scene, and he stopped, and Suge came in with 30 Mexicans, like you said. 50 was like, "What's up, man? What you want to do?"
Bang him.
Yeah, Bang him was like, what you want to do? And Suge looked at him, and he took a puff of his cigar, and he blew it out, and he did like this, and he left.
Suge probably expected 50 to be afraid of him and back down like everyone else, but 50 made it clear from the jump that he was ready for the smoke if Suge wanted it. A lot of people clown 50 for sparking random beefs for no reason, but he's also one of the only dudes in the game who would stand toe-to-toe with people like Suge, Kenneth McGriff, and Jimmy Henchman. All three of them were known for having real shooters on the payroll, but that never stopped 50 from dissing them whenever he wanted to. 50 obviously isn't afraid of street drama, but he's willing to go after the biggest artists in the world too. Back in 2007, 50 was riding the massive success of his first two albums and taking gangster rap to another level. At the same time, Kanye West was coming into the game with a completely different style and vibe. His first two records also ran up crazy numbers, and when the news broke that both of them were going to drop a new project on the same day, fans immediately started betting on who's going to take the #1 spot. Before the albums dropped, 50 was so confident he'd sell more records that he said he wouldn't write any more music if Kanye beat him.
Put it like this, let's raise the stakes. If Kanye West sells more records than 50 Cent on September 11th, I'll no longer write music.
50's album sold almost 700K in the first week, but Kanye was already becoming the biggest artist in the world and moved almost 1 million records in the same time. 50 obviously didn't retire from rap like he said he would, but it's always been clear that the beef with Ye wasn't anything personal. Even after Kanye went off the rails and started saying all kinds of wild things, 50 said he forgave him for all of it.
You know, I think he's in a dangerous area. You know what I mean? Like, not too many. I think, look, I'll forgive him for the things that he said because I'd already identified with something's going on that I don't understand now.
Ye isn't the only superstar 50 dissed in the past, though. In his book, Hustle Harder, Hustle Smarter, 50 said that growing up, his grandma was obsessed with Oprah and her talk show. He always wanted to go on the show for his grandma, but Oprah wasn't rocking with the idea because she hated everything about 50's music and the public image he had. Since Oprah wouldn't be his friend, 50 said he turned her to an enemy on purpose to get more eyes on him. He dissed her by saying that the only people who watched her show were old white women, then he took it a step further and named one of his dogs after her. Eventually, 50 ran into Oprah's best friend Gayle King at a charity party, and they started chopping it up. When King realized that 50 wasn't just crashing out and starting drama for no reason, she told Oprah to meet with him. Some of 50's beef is tied into crazy real-life situations, but a lot of the time, he was just using it for publicity. After Oprah found out he was just playing the game, she brought him and his grandma on her show back in 2012, and they've been cool ever since. 50 might have squashed the beef with Oprah, but it seems like this next one is way more personal. 50 Cent and Madonna used to be cool with each other, but that all changed when Interscope tried to put out a Madonna song with the same title as one of 50's tracks. They were both on the label at the time, and 50 wasn't rocking with how they were handling business. Everything was quiet for a while, but in 2019, 50 clowned her for allegedly getting implants. Then a couple years later, Madonna posted some photos on Instagram in lingerie, and 50 commented, "She shot out. If she don't get her old ass up, laugh my fucking ass off." Madonna clapped back and said they used to be friends, and 50 actually apologized for the comments. Then Madonna posted a crazy video on Instagram and said that 50's apology wasn't valid.
You were trying to shame me. You were trying to humiliate me. Yeah, your apology is fake. It's bullshit and it's not valid.
Since the apology didn't work, 50 went right back to clowning her instead. They haven't gone back and forth for a while, but it's probably only a matter of time before Madonna posts something weird and gets aired out by 50 again.